down.
Sunshine. That's right. That's right. I first want to take this opportunity. I don't know where Squeaky is. Arthur Kirk, where are you, Arthur? In the corner. He's back in the corner. The Ruth Kirk Recreation Center. Delegate Ruth Kirk, who represented this district, at that time it was the 39th, she committed herself to this community. And when her son and his family wanted to do something in her honor, in order to celebrate young people and provide opportunities, this center was open. And Arthur, would you come up for a second? I know you don't like to be in the limelight, even though you've been in commercials and all kinds of stuff. And he's been working diligently along with his family to really help to support and empower young people and their families. And so that's why when I made the final decision about whether or not I was going to do something, I said to Arthur, I said, I want to be here because I know how much your mother loved this community and how much you have done for this community. And he has been with me through ups and downs. I come and I talk to the young people and the parents in the GED program and at holiday times, and particularly Christmas, when they're having their toy drive. And so I want to say thank you for allowing us to be here. I don't know if you want to say something very briefly. Very briefly. He has his toy drive next week.
Yeah, next week, toy drive is Saturday the 21st at 12 o'clock. 12 o'clock, that's when we give away the toys. A lot of things that we're collecting today, we'll hold it till next week unless somebody really needs it or whatever. So we give it away. It's something that we do every year. The date changes or whatever, but like last year, I think we did like 200 bikes, brand new bikes, 4,000 toys. So this week, a lot of stuff will be coming in. You know, we just working. Like she said, she always been there for me. She's been there for me from day one. And I gotta say something because my big brother Donnie right here, you know, even though I knew Sheila Dixon for years since I was a kid, Donnie was the one that told me to give her a call when I was having a stroke. So I'm like, well, I said, call her. He's like, yeah, call her. See if she can help you. And I called her. She started sending me help, you know what I mean? So the load got lighter. And it's just a shame. I mean, to this date, she's the only local politician that has helped me. So I'm always going to be there for her because I know my mom, that's what my mom would want me to do. And I'm a loyal person. I'm going to ride with her to the end. You know, she knows me.
Thank you. And as he said, he has his toy drive. And the one item that, when I was here last year, that most kids wanted to leave with. So if you want to help to support him, go to the local Targets or Walmart or Amazon or wherever. But kids, the one thing that they wanted was bikes. And when they ran out of bikes, it was a lot of sad faces. But I'm going to be here next week with them to help them in their effort. I want to take one moment to acknowledge two individuals who have passed this week. One is Dr. Reverend Mancacola. And I need to share this with you very briefly, because I know we're here for another reason. But Dr. Mancacola came to Baltimore during a time of apartheid in South Africa. And she came to Bethel AME Church. But when she came to Baltimore, I remember this young, and I'm not talking about what's getting ready to happen in the congressional race, but she came to this young council person and she said, Baltimore City has to de-invest their money from South Africa. And a bill was passed in the city council by Kwesi Mfume, where we took our money out from South Africa during apartheid, money from retirement pensions, etc., money that the city invested. And her funeral is this morning, so a lot of supporters that I have are there, but I want to take a moment of silence, because she made a tremendous impact connecting the connection between South Africa and Baltimore. I joined Bethel Church because of a conference I went to that talked about the apartheid in South Africa and the apartheid in Jessup in our prison system. So I just want to take a moment of silence for her. Thank you. So I'm excited It's raining outside, but it's great outside. And I need you to bear with me, but I want to thank all of my supporters for being here. I want to thank my family, my sister, my daughter who lives in New York and couldn't be here, but was going to be here, but had a prior commitment. And I told her that she'll come down and do some things. She does things from afar. But it was, and my son who couldn't be here as well, who had to work. But I want to thank all of my friends who have been with me throughout the years. You know, the one thing about friendship, no matter what happens in your life, when you can turn around, when you can look in front of you, when you can get a text from a person, and they say that they're praying for you or they're in support of you or whatever it is, or that they need your help, they have always been, and many people in this room are those people. So thank you for being here. I want to thank my friend Petey, who always stays on my case, but he always has my back. When I was down to my lowest, it was his love that helped me through this, along with God.
Come on.
So I just want to thank God. Now I'm not going to get mushy with my sister because she don't like me to get mushy with her. But I also want to thank some businesses that have been there with me, P&J Contracting, George Mahoney, not asking for anything, but knowing my love and passion for the city of Baltimore. To the citizens of Baltimore, due to my own mistake, to which I pay heavily prices, and am forever sorry what we were able to do to complete the 48th administration of this city. As a result of circumstances of falling down around us, the murder rate is skyrocketing. Fires are spreading due to homelessness. The city network has been hacked. Deputy police chiefs are being robbed on the street. The FOP is saying publicly that they are afraid to be proactive in the police department. It took a lot for me to decide to get back in this race. Most people who know me know that I don't like politics, but I like public service. So I want to thank you for being here as I share this announcement. I've been approached for the last several years in the supermarket and in the elevators, if somebody recognized my voice but doesn't recognize my face, in the gym, at sports event, asking me, Sheila, will you run again? Many of them will tell you, I smiled and asked them to pray for our city and to be sure to get involved in their community to help create the changes that we desire in our community. In recent months, I've grown more concerned about the direction of the city is going. At times, it seems as if negativity reveals the trends of crime. Our schools, city services have become the norm rather than the exception. Many mornings, heading to work, I'm driven by seniors walking grandchildren to schools, mothers standing on the bus stop, and commuters making the best of potholes, ridden streets, and what seems to be an endless construction detour. At times, I hesitate to turn the radio on because nearly every day I hear about another fatal shooting or robbery with little response from our city leaders other than thoughts, prayers, and what seems to be an even changing crime plan. So much of what should I be alarmed about or should we be alarmed about can appear to have been fallen into a gallery of normalcy. A few months ago, I read a quote by the late Maya Angelou. If you are always trying to be normal, you will never you will never know how amazing you can be. I couldn't help but think about Baltimore when I read this quote. What happens to a city of innovation, inspiration, and inclusion? What happens to a city when I ponder? I've asked many times when people come to me, are you gonna run? Are you gonna run? And I'll be honest with you, it was very recently that I made the final decision. I met with my family over Thanksgiving. Yes, I did a poll. Yes, I had my base. Yes, there is a path. Somebody's camera, I don't know where this goes. Okay. Yes, I have a path, but I needed to know that they were comfortable with we taking this step and stepping out. And so after I came back, I came to peace with myself. I said, no matter what happens, win or lose, I'm at peace with who I am and the direction that I'm taking my life. I took some time, as I said, to spend with my family. After many months of prayers and many considerations, the answer is a surrounding yes. I guess I should have did that a little bit more passionately.
Yeah!